Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another daily dice where you ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey, this channel, this ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time in this space with you. For anyone new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And should these messages happen to resonate, it would mean so much to me if you're to like, comment, and subscribe below. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop on to it and get some messages from Archangel Michael today. So Archangel Michael, what messages do you have for my fellow humans? What would you like them to know today? Archangel Michael, what messages do you have for my fellow humans today? What would you like them to know? Whoa. Okay, so we've got the 10th house. We've got Venus energy and Virgo, if I can. Yeah, we've got Virgo energy. It's interesting because I kept hearing career. I kept hearing career before we started, and then we've got the 10th house coming out. So definitely going hand in hand with what I was feeling and hearing before. So we're talking about your path of purpose and allowing yourself to receive. Right? You've been working diligently. You know, Virgo's definitely an energy perfectionist, right? They have to have everything really organized and really in order. They're very good at that. But they can also be very, very harsh perfectionists, especially on themselves. And it's difficult for a perfectionist to receive because a perfectionist believes that nothing they put out is good enough. And so what Source is saying here, what Archangel Michael is saying here is to receive. Receive what your abundance is, and don't be so judgmental about what you're putting out. Accept that this is exactly how it's meant to be. You know, there's that statement of it's better to be done than to be perfect. Right? Because if it's perfect, it's never done. And that's the message that he's showing here. It's like you're on your path of purpose. You're doing what you're meant to be doing. This is especially true if you're Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Okay? Or if you have one of those highly aspect in your chart, or if you have a trine. But this is saying that you are on your path of purpose right now. You're doing what you're meant to be doing. You're disciplined. You're showing up. You're putting forth the effort. You're putting forth the work. You're patient. You're doing it slow and methodically, doing what you need to do, and building what you need to build. But that air of perfectionism that's coming in, like, I need to have this perfect, or I need to do this perfect, or I need to research others and how they're doing it, and what are they doing that's perfect, and comparing yourself to others, and putting other people on a pedestal and not seeing your own greatness here. And Archangel Michael is saying, let yourself receive. Okay? When things slow down, they usually slow down before a period of things speeding up. Okay, and in that speeding up period, that's when you're going to be attracting and magnetizing a lot of abundance to you. Finances, independence, financial stability. This is beauty, harmony, peace, relaxation, self-care. Being able to take your self-care to the next level. Okay, let yourself receive is what I keep hearing over and over again. I just feel like you have a hard time receiving. You're very good at the work stuff. I'm very good at putting forth the effort, right? I'm very, very bad at receiving, and that's okay. We haven't been taught to receive. We've been taught to work hard, but we haven't been taught to receive. And it's like letting go of this belief that hard work is the only way to get there. It's just sometimes less is more. And maybe telling yourself that too, like making that a mantra, you know, less is more, less is more, less is more. And letting that become a belief for you, because Venus energy is all about just sitting back and receiving, you know? Yeah, you're in a very strong place. Like we've got the Emperor and the Star. In fact, I think they just want these two out. It's interesting. They don't even want me to shuffle because it's like, this is that energy. stability, right? Taking charge of the situation, ambitious plans, a dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. I'm going to draw one more card out, but this is what Archangel Michael is saying. Like, you're in this very powerful manifestational period where things are coming true for you. But if you don't let yourself receive, how can they ever gift you what is yours? Right? You're gonna constantly be questioning, is this for me? And you're gonna be like going into those periods of self-sabotage, and it's not intentional. It's not like you're doing this to hurt yourself. It's just because those are those questions that come up, and that feeling of like, oh, I'm not good enough for this. It's not mine. We have the 3 of Gabriel here. Prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. Yeah. So things are coming through. Things are looking out. You're making progress. You're moving forward. You've made the decision to do what you're doing. Now just let yourself move forward, and just know that as you show up in that stable energy, that everything is coming together for you. You don't have to be a perfectionist here, okay? You can just do the work and know that complete is perfect. Complete is perfect. As soon as it's done, don't even think about revising it. I mean, unless that's your job, is to revise, but don't obsess over revisions, okay? And that's what I keep feeling here, is like this obsession over revisions. And it's like saying, you know what, the second time was more than enough. On the bottom, we have the Page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreaming, and open-hearted. A new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. And I feel like, don't be afraid to go out and hang out with people. Archangel Michael saying, like, go let yourself have fun. Sometimes you will get so caught up in work that you won't let yourself have a good time. And that's what we need you to draw away from, that so that you can come into this place of receptivity, okay? We have Midas and the Miser. So the light attributes are entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold. Delight in sharing life's riches. And then you have the Miser, which is hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth, the shadow attributes here. Okay, so they're saying, don't get into this place of just like, I have to make it perfect because it's the only way I'm going to be successful, right? That is that shadow attribute coming into light here. And so let yourself be free and say, everything I touch turns to gold, because it already is. Okay. We have Destroyer, releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for a new life is the light attributes. Shadow attributes is intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' potentials or dreams or potentials. And that's what I was saying here. It's like this anger that's coming from it, right? But it's that energy of saying, if you're not going to let yourself receive, or if you're thinking, oh, this is too good to be true for me, it's like going into that self-sabotaging energy, and that's the Destroyer, right? Then we have the Father energy, talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit. The Shadow is dictatorial control and abuse of authority. And that's also the Emperor energy. So you could very well be letting go of the father wound here. And that's what Archangel Michael is trying to tell you, is like, you've healed the father wound. There's no reason to hold on to those old belief systems that are tied with that. And if you feel like you're going into situations of self-sabotage, go into shadow work, right? Shadow work on that. Why do I have a tendency to self-sabotage? What does that stem from? And why does that make me feel safe? And is that really the truth of my life, or is that just an illusion that I'm following? Like, really understand that about yourself. We have the Warrior. The light attributes are strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will. Heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice, and conquering the ego. And I was just talking about shadow work. And the Shadow is trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. And see, I feel like you are indifferent sometimes to the suffering you might inflict on yourself, not knowing. Okay, not knowing. It's definitely a subconscious thing, but you have this huge strength within you to help you conquer the emotional ego. And that's what Archangel Michael is trying to help you come towards, okay? Is letting that go, letting go of the belief that you have to work extra hard in order to receive good things. It's okay for you to sit back and to receive. Sometimes less is more. I keep hearing that. Less is more. Less is more. On the bottom, we have you're ready for more. Your career is growing and blossoming. Now is the time to make changes you have been contemplating. Okay, 4 is all about stability, strength, structure, and stability. Less is more, and then you're ready for more. Exactly. And then we have stay the course. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experience and keep going. Exactly. So Archangel Michael is again confirming you're on the right path. You're doing exactly what you need to be doing. And then we have like 29 and 39. You are protected. You are safe within my bubble of light. You can proceed with confidence, okay? You don't have to worry about things falling apart anymore. You don't have to worry about things going awry anymore. You just have to stay the course. Like, I feel like you may have that energy or that belief system of catastrophizing things. It's like when things are starting to level out, you may believe that there's a catastrophe just around the corner. And Archangel Michael is here to say, let that go. You've overcome that. That could have come from your father. That could have come from your grandfather or from the father's line. That's a generational curse that you've let go of. But you have to let go of the burden that it carries in your life so that you're no longer in this destroyer energy of self-sabotage. And really recognizing that everything you do touch turns to gold. You're in the right place. You're doing the right thing. You're walking the right path. So continue forward and choose to believe in yourself because you deserve that, right? Okay. So this is what I see for you here. This is what Archangel Michael would like to tell you. If you felt like this was your reading, leave the little sword emoji down below and say, I have battled my way through my emotional ego and I have won and I choose to let it go. And if it resonated with you, it means so much to me for you to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you do choose to share your story, just know I feel so blessed and honored that you feel safe to share it here. And I love hearing from each and every one of you. It really does mean the world to me. And if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you will find all those links below in the description box. You can email me for personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships, but if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. I am going to go ahead and leave this here, but I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, my spirit guides. I can give a shout out to Archangel Michael. Wow, excuse me. For coming through and giving us this message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.